with the golden edge. She'll be talking about gold and Ainslie. Interesting times. We talked a little bit about last week about this 18, 16, 18, 17 level needing to hold. And on the big picture, it did hold, and gold all of a sudden looks quite bullish again.
Yay! Hi everyone. I hope you've had a good week. It's been a really interesting week on gold, as Julian's just prefaced it. We've had everything this week. We've had consolidation, we've had pullbacks, and then we had an absolute rampage on Friday, taking us all the way back up into this 1843 level. So it was pretty jolly good. As we discussed last week, we were hoping that price action would go in search of that 200 simple moving average, and it's certainly on its way there. We said somewhere between, that whole 1830, it did drop below that. It did give me a bit of heartburn, I must admit, coming down here into this whole 1809 area. But then we bounced. We didn't have a close below the weekly pivot, which is showing on my 4-hourly chart there. The weekly pivot, no close, held and respected the 50 EMA, and then lower high, and she took off on Friday. And it is, as Julian pointed out, we actually had that CPI information come out, which actually was what sent it soaring in the first place. And I'm just like, oh, please, would somebody please calculate real yields? And I think finally they did, because we do have real yields still being negative. And as soon as they're still being negative, then, as Julian suggested, one should open a bottle of champagne, which one did on Saturday night. Please, I did it on Saturday night after the markets had closed with some friends, and yeah, she's taking off again. So we have a really strong upward swing. The other thing that I have read in commentary over the weekend is there is a bit more of a reliance on gold as the pseudo fiat currency, meaning the backup currency to the US dollar being the reserve. But with the hoo-ha that's going on in crypto, and crypto, I think, with an underlying theme of trying to, well, displace gold as the alternative financial asset that's available, it still has proven to be the one that people are relying on and falling back onto as something as tangible, credible, boring as compared to, and boy, gold's been proven to be really, really boring throughout the year, but it's just also proven to be reliable. And I like reliable investments. I like something that I can invest in, I can trade in, that isn't done on somebody making an offhanded comment on Saturday Night Live, for example, or other people making other comments. So for me, I'm finding gold really, really stable there. So will we see her keep going up to 1850? I wouldn't be surprised. That's a 200 simple moving average. Technically, will we expect it to have a bit of a choke around this area? Look, you've got a resistance level R1 on a monthly, so we know that's on quite a strong level. We've got the 200 simple moving average. As I said, on the weekly, we've broken out of this bull flag. Personally, I would like her to go straight to 2,200. That would be really, really good. It's not going to happen. We're going to have to take the stairwell up, I think, to that kind of level. But I believe that from now on, we're sort of broken out of that whole horrible consolidation, terrible retracement kind of area, and let's see where we go moving on. That's it for me, Paul, on gold.
Ainslie, you can literally hear the happiness in your voice.
Isn't it good? Instead of me saying, oh, well, sorry, guys, I'm talking about consolidation yet again. But yeah, Friday night was a good night. Friday night was good. So, yes. And yes, we did pop the champagne, though. I was out with the girls on Saturday night. We did pop the champagne, I must admit. 1 or 3 bottles, yes.
Yes, Ainslie, let's hope that it's 4 or 6 bottles next weekend.
Oh, Okay. Chat soon.